Yeah. Hi, today we are going to install Oracle Database 12c on AWS EC2 machine. This will be the high level steps. We are going to launch EC2 instance using a AMI. Then we'll install the some packages on EC2. Then we'll take the disks and we'll mount the volumes, format the disks, create swap file, and thereafter, we are going to give the ownership of the Oracle users of directories, and then we'll start with the database installations and the create database. Thereafter, we are going to update TNS names and the listener aura, and at the end, we are going to establish the connectivity from client machines to like SQL Developer. Okay, for the next steps. Um, I am logging to my EC2 console. I'll launch instance. I'll search the EMI. We are going to use a particular AMI from US East 1 region. It will be a Oracle Linux 6, Oracle Linux 7 AMI. I'll be using the community AMIs. So it is well 7.2. Let's select it. Okay, we are going to use the T2 small because of the memory size. We need at least 2 GB of memory, so it won't be free. Next, configure the instant details. I am putting everything as a default. Next, add storage. At this point, I am going to add 5 GB of EBS disks for my swap file. Okay, tagging is optional. I am not using any tags. For security groups, I am going to create a security groups Oracle database DB12C. And for the rules, along with these SSH rules, I am going to put uh, custom TCP rule and allow port 1521. This is a database default port from everywhere. Let's review and launch. Now AWS and immediately thrown to warning. We are aware about this warning. It is not a eligible free tiers since we are using T2 smalls and it is open to the world. Our port 1521 and SSH. We are good to go. Let's launch it. Okay, I already have a key pair. So launch the instance. Now my instance is launching. Let's do another work here. Let's go to the volume. I already have a 30 gigs of volume available for me, which I'm going to use for my software as well as my zip file is there. So I'm going to attach it with my instance. This is the running instance I'm having. So I'm going to attach it. Now my instance T2 small is up and running. Let's try to log in from my client machine. So I'm logging in as a EC2 users. I'm going to copy the IPv4 address, public IP. Yeah, and I already have this PEM file with me at my, saved with me. So I'm using the PEM file. Yes. Yeah, I already logged into my EC2 machine. This is the host names. We're going to change it later. Okay, for now, proceed with the next steps. I'm going to install some packages using this yum install. Yeah, let's fix. Yes. This will be a perl lib installations. Again, the yum installation. Okay, yes. And the last one, it is the Oracle 12c R1 pre-install packages. Okay, done. Now we are going to mount the volumes. Okay, first we are going to check the lsblk command. Lsblk command will show the disks. I am having the three disks here. One the root disk, the 15 gigabytes. The second is the swap disk, and the third one is the disks where my installation files and is available. So I am going to format my swap disks, and I'm create a make directory. Here at this point, I'm not going to format my data disks because it's not empty. So I'm not going to format it. So I'm just creating a as but the disk as mount point u01. I am now mount it using the sudo mount command. This point, I'm going to add one swap file of 4 GB out of this 5 gigs of disks. So this will take some time, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, next steps. Once it's done, we are going to put some change owners and change mode for the swap related files, and thereafter we'll be putting this disk entries or mount pointer entries to our fstep etc fstep file for automatic startup, automatic mount this during the startup. It's done now. Okay, now change owner to root. Yeah, we are going to change mode to the 0600 to the swap file, and now we are making swap and enabling swap. Okay, now using free minus m command, we can see that swap file already 4 GB is total is there. Use 0, it's just a new file, so we are going to use it. The next steps, as I said, I'll check the lsblk again. This time we'll see the difference. This time one can see this the swap files and the u01 disk already mounted. It is having their mount points. So I am now sudo vi to the etc fstep file, and I will be adding the entry to the uh, other mounts for swap and u01. Okay, so, and I'll remount again to check everything else looks fine. Yeah, everything looks fine. Now you can see the df minus k, all the mount points are available. Let's cd to u01. Okay, here I can see this Oracle installations, the G files are available. Let's proceed the next step. Now, please note that this AMI, this Oracle user is already pre-built, so we are just going to change the ownership of the U01. I already unzipped this. Now, these steps we are going to change the host name. Here the host in the etc host file, in etc host file it is already mentioned in the local host, so I am replacing the local host to the actual host file, host name to the etc host file. So this will be highly required for uh, any kind of connectivity from the client machines or the external connectivity. Okay, let's replace Oracle localhost and then yeah, save. Now we are going to change the password of Oracle. Yeah. Now I am going to suit Oracle using the latest password. Now I am going to create some SSH directory and then so that I'll create the authorized key file so that I'll put this public keys to the my authorized file so that Oracle can log in from the remote machine. Okay, I'll be taking this my public key files from the metadata. So I'll be appending to the authorized key files. Yeah. Let's log out and relogging so that and let's check whether this entire authorization is working fine or not. So this time I'll be using Oracle user. Everything else will be same. IP will be same, and I'll be using the same PEM file. Yeah, this works. Okay, let's move into the our next stage. We are going to start the installations. For since we are going to use this GUI based thing, so Xclock will be required. For Xclocks, I need to install the Xorg. YAM installations. I'm trying to install the Xorg. Well, looks like the Oracle is not in the sudo list, so I have to add Oracle in the sudo list. So I'll be adding Oracle on behind of just behind of root, and I'll be giving the same kind of privilege as root has, just to be safe side. Okay, let's run it. I believe I have to run it through Oracle. Let's cancel it and try to run it to Oracle. Okay, let's log into Oracle. Now run it. Yeah. Okay, it's running. Yes. Okay, let's proceed with the installation. I'll be running the run installer. I have already Xclock. I have also established the Xclocks, and I also set up this Xming in my client desktop. So you can use other tools if you use. I am not wish to receive any security updates from Oracle. Let's uncheck it and proceed next. Okay. Yeah, I am. I'll choose the create and configure database. Since it's a training machines, the desktop class should be okay for us. I'm just updating this our Oracle Home 12.1 up to 12.10 should be good. I don't need a pluggable database. Our database name should be OraDBA. Rest of the things will be default. Next. Okay, that's okay. Now it is checking the prerequisite checks. Hopefully it should be okay. Next. Everything looks good. Now proceed with installation. Well, at this point, its installation is going on. It is asked for the root.sh, but in the normal case, since I had already other installations, so that's why it is only asking for root.sh. For the new installations, it's going to ask ora-inst.root as well and root.sh. So you have to run the two scripts together. For me, I'm just logging to the root and going to run this root.sh. Let's press OK. So installation is almost done. My database is also created. I'm going to close the console. Let's log into the database from backend. I am manually typing this Oracle home path, that is user1 app Oracle product 1210 cd bin. I'm now exporting Oracle SID as OraDBA. Let's try to SQL plus. Oops, I need to say export the Oracle home as well. Okay, let's choose the Oracle home from above. Okay, SQL plus SysDBA. Okay, this is a syntax typo. Let's just use a SQL plus. Looks good. Yeah, I'm able to log in. Now I'm going to show you that I'm will be creating a Ora-env file for as a Oracle inventory environment files. So these are the details will be required, like Oracle home, Oracle SID, LD library path, and the path. I'm going to change the Oracle SID here. So if you source this particular environment file, you can directly log into the SQL plus. Okay, select name, comma, open mode from $V database. Yes, what we didn't write. Let's quit it. Now we are going to set this listener.aura and tns.aura. Okay, a few things need to be changed in the tns name.aura and the listener.aura. Mostly this, we are going to replace this host file, actual host names. in place of local host, and also we are going to put this port as a 1521. So listener started successfully. Now I am going to SQL plus HTTP. At this time I am going to shut down the database, since I changed the listener file, and I am going to restart the listener as well. So database is shutting down. Let's start a database now. So I am going to restart the listener as well. Okay, everything looks good. It's also having a service as the OraDB as a database name. Let's log into the database. Let's test if the listener is working fine. I am just trying to change the system password as the default as a manager, so that the non-sysdba users can log in using the listener. Okay, there is some typo. I have misspelled the identified. Okay, let's try to log in using listener. Yes, this is successful. The next steps, we are going to discuss that how we can connect using a tool called, third-party tool called SQL Developer from our client machine, client desktops. So I'll be using the same system manager credentials, and in host names I have two options. Either I can use the DNS IPv4 address or the IPv4 IP. I'm going to use this public DNS as a host names. The port I am going to use the 1521, and SID I'm going to use OraDBA as my SID. Let's test it. Yes, it's successful. Let's save the passwords and connect. So I can log into SQL Developer to my Oracle instance. Let's get the database name, and it should be okay. So yeah, so this way I believe it should be okay. Now we are going to get this database name from the virtual database. Yes, OraDB is there. This way we can conclude our today's lesson, creating a Oracle Database 12c on a EC2 machine. Thank you.